the channel, we got the biggest unboxing we've ever done on this YouTube channel, as today we finally unboxed the Spawn and Todd McFarlane 2-pack.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for an exciting unboxing, as today we finally break down the Todd McFarlane and OG Spawn 2-pack. But of course, for all your Spawn McFarlane toy needs and everything else under the sun, hit up Todd McFarlane's toy store, or of course, Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. And like I said, I'm so excited to get this Todd McFarlane and his Toes 2-pack out of here. Todd, of course, frequent guest on the couch. We also got Mark Summers here today. Mark said I wasn't missing this occasion. Mark, you're not always here, but it's good for you to show up for your pal over here, Todd McFarlane. Truly taking the physical challenge in more ways than one. And what? Oh, Mark said he can't wait to see Todd's feet in figure form. You're sick of seeing his feet next to you. You guys are always playing footsie over there on the couch. But very cool that we're getting this Todd McFarlane figure. Not the first McFarlane figure ever made, I don't believe, but the first one I've ever had. And Todd, of course, being a guest on the couch all the time, it just feels right. We're finally getting a McFarlane figure here. And a true power move from the couch, Todd, putting bare feet in here. We know you love your bare feet. We know you love your feet with shoes on. We know you love feet all around. Let me get my wife down here. She's got some amazing feet. She needs to get in the foot business, I think is what she needs to get into. Maybe one day. We'll see what happens. But Todd, great to have you here for this momentous occasion, of course, in this 2-pack. And a very cool 2-pack here with the old school first edition, sketch edition Spawn that Todd thought up. And then the man himself, Todd, all ready for San Diego Comic-Con or anything like that. Todd, I'm still on the fence on San Diego Comic-Con. If I do go, I'm going to give you a big hug. Hopefully a big sweaty hug. We'll see what happens with that as well. But man, oh man, quite the 2-pack here. Now, this is the regular edition. I did pull the trigger. I did get the autographed Todd McFarlane one here. And I do hang this up in my bathroom is where it does keep right there. It's the formal bathroom that everybody gets to visit, not the one in the bedrooms, things like that. So everybody gets a chance to look at this. This does come with the Todd McFarlane autograph, worth more than anything else in my collection. Of course, shout out to Todd McFarlane on the couch. Big fan of Todd McFarlane, going back to the 90s for me. So very happy to have this one in my collection, and even happier to have one to unbox. And that's what we're going to do here today. And the packaging on this one, extra protection, because we know figure swappers would be out there trying to steal this McFarlane, throw some old Superman figure or Batman figure in here, and that's what would happen. We'd see that going on. Everybody wants this Todd figure, so you got to have him locked down like a page puncher. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, I am. That Todd says I am. But there it is, looking really good in the plastic. Of course, old school Spawn, a little necroplasm, a little Spawn logo, a little Todd McFarlane with extra hands, extra feet. Man, we're here for that, of course. Nothing fun on the sides here. And then on the back, we get a little bit of blurb. We get a beautiful picture of Todd McFarlane. That's actually his high school picture, if I'm not mistaken. He's always looked that age. He stayed that age forever. Good on you, Todd McFarlane. Shout out to Todd on the couch, of course. And then let's see what it says on the back here about old Todd. It said, when I first created Spawn as a kid, it was more of a sci-fi story. To me, sci-fi means space. Me too. That's what I think of, Todd. Space is cold. Cold is blue. Many years later, when I pulled out my portfolio, I decided to make Spawn from the pit of hell. Hell is hot, so I played around with the colors and ended up with Spawn you see today. And then it has it in different languages because very important paragraph. We need it in as many languages as possible. Would have liked to see about 6 or 7 different languages on here if we could have done that. And of course, this is celebrating 30 years of McFarlane toys. We've unboxed a few others of these on the channel. Check out those reviews if you did miss them. And then it is his original drawing from 1977. Oh my gosh. Todd, I was made for loving you. Just like a young kiss is what that was about. But looking really cool in the packaging department here. But now I must get him out of the package. I'm going to have to take it offline because it's going to take me literally a half hour to get him out of the package. Absolutely wild here. And once again, another power move. But we're going to take this off. We're going to get Spawn and Todd McFarlane out of the package. All right, we got Todd and Spawn out of the package, and Todd, I gotta tell you, hardest figure to ever unbox. Might be the greatest figure of all time, but hardest figure to unbox. You got it locked down in that plastic throughout. You got twist ties in every nook and cranny of the thing. Then you got tape, you got plastic bags. Absolutely wild in the true definition of a power move from the couch, Todd. But we got him out. We got Spawn, we got Todd out. Let's start it off. And of course, we got two, I was going to say DC stands, but Spawn stands. We got two Spawn stands here. Seen it before. We'll see him again. Of course, two figures, two stands makes all the sense in the world. We do get a dual card here. Can you imagine getting Spawn's autograph? You see him at a Comic-Con, and then you get good old Todd McFarlane's autograph on here. Just doubling up in the Todd McFarlane autograph stuff. Shout out to Todd on the couch once again. Todd, it's a love fest right here is what this is. This is me just gushing all over you here. It's just so nice of you to be on the couch here. And yes, Mark, once you get a figure, I'll definitely unbox it. Has anybody got any leads on a Mark Summers figure? Can anybody get a custom Mark Summers head? And we can get that. We can truly take that physical challenge, and we can unwrap that package right here. A lot of package unwrapping from the couch, of course, as you can imagine. Celebrating 30 years of Spawn right there. Over 30 years ago, the character of Spawn was introduced to the public by his acclaimed creator, Todd McFarlane. Now the best-selling and record-breaking comic book is still selling strong across the globe. For the first time, Al Simmons, former soldier, CIA operative in Hellspawn, and Todd McFarlane, artist, writer, and creator, and friend, are together in this collector's two-pack. Truly a collector's dream right here. People line up for this figure, as we do know. But I lined up for a lot of Todd McFarlane stuff back in the day. I was there when Spawn #1 hit. I was all in for Spawn, all in for Image Comics, and I was all in on the Todd McFarlane toys way back in the day with Spawn and Wetworks, you name it, all that kind of stuff. My dad picking up the sports stuff. We were all in. We were drinking it up, and we were getting it with a fork and a spoon, and we even go to KFC as usual. Of course, KFC, shout out to the Colonel, of course, and we get a spork from time to time. All in, very cool, very happy to have this. But we're going to start with Spawn first. That's what we're going to do. And we got the Necroplasm. Is that how you say it? Necroplasm. You can put these on. I think we've seen these effect pieces before. Nice translucent kind of green going on. Looking good, once again, on brand for Spawn as we know him. We do get extra hands here. A Fist of Fury and a gripping hand. We do get another gripping hand here. And then we get the I Love You Brother hands. We're like a young Jimmy Snuka, throwing them up in more ways than one. We're not going to treat you like Jimmy Snuka treated some people, though, as we know. Allegedly convicted. I don't know. Jimmy Snuka, he's long gone. We know that. But now we're diving into Spawn right here. Feels a little bit like Spawn. Feels a little bit like Spider-Man. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the other. Also smells 100% like a Chinese factory. Absolutely crazy. When you lock down that plastic like that, Todd, you got to be careful. There should be a warning. It's, of course, 11-year-olds, get the heck out of here. We know that's on the package. But it should be, hey, if you are sensitive to smells of Chinese factories, you better be careful when you unbox this because it just goes throughout the air. It's just crazy. And, of course, on the figure here. But looking interesting. It looks a lot like Spawn, but it almost looks like a guy cosplaying as Spawn is what it kind of looks like to me. It's like, I made my Spawn costume. I went to the old Dollar Tree. I went to Walmart. I got some things. Made my own costume. But y'all got to start somewhere, especially young Todd. Back in 1977, 70s. I heard they were wild times. I wouldn't know anything about it, though. But Spawn looking very interesting. Of course, the head, once again, a little bit of Spawn, a little bit of Spider-Man there. And we got the big collar. And Todd, if there's one thing I've taken with me from all these years of you, or months, whatever it's been, what is time, you being on the couch here, you've told me, Kyle, the higher the collar, the more powerful you are. So there's some serious power moves coming here from the 70s cape here with Spawn looking good. Got the little connector pieces in the front, two hockey pucks. Todd, you love hockey. You've never been shy of your love for hockey, of course. I'm sure that's what he was looking at there. Kind of a midnight bluish, blackish color, of course, to him. And then you got the red tights and the little red in there. Looking interesting. You got the Spawn, I guess, not necessarily Spawn logo, but I guess the skull logo down here. And he's got some boots down here that might make Robin Hood blush. Yes, shout out to Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves in some circles, as we know. But looking good, all in all, does look like a superhero. Of course, articulation, you got that butterfly shoulder, arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed elbow, of course, hands back and forth, side to side, hands removable, head side to side, back and forth, up and down, hula hoop at the top, traditional waist, big old Spawn splits if you do need them, leg does go up, double jointed knee, ankles back and forth, up and down, side to side, and then, of course, that toe articulation we love so much from Todd McFarlane. And I think it would have been cool if Todd would have went for the first time ever, pinless joints. Let's start it with the McFarlane figure, pinless joints. didn't work out that way. But a very cool Spawn. I like the story here. This is the first interpretation of Spawn. It definitely works for me. Very, very cool. It's cool to see the starts of the character. Much smaller, much chunkier, I guess. He's a lot bigger, leaner, muscular in the final versions we get nowadays. But he started somewhere, and this is where he started way back in the 70s. Very, very cool. And I think it's cool he was part of a 2-pack, because I don't know if he would have sold the best on his own. He would have sold. I just don't think he would have knocked the doors down. But with adding a Todd McFarlane figure, changed the world. Changed the world one figure at a time. And we are loaded with accessories. Todd said, I'll give Spawn a couple accessories, but man, put the lion's share with me. Put the lion's share with me. And that's what Todd did right there. He does got a microphone, very almost WWE style microphone here. Nothing on it, anything like that, no logos. Really missed opportunity for some branding, Todd. Could have put something on here, but of course, this is Todd McFarlane in his element. He's at a Comic-Con, he's at the stage, he's telling about his wares, he's talking about the comics. He's a man of many talents. He's got that going on. We also get the sketchbook right here. So very cool here. You get Spawn in the sketchbook. It's like you're doing that right there. So you could just pretend he's like sitting there with his feet crossed and his toes out, and he's looking at this Spawn, and he's doing it like in an art class or something. That's what you could pretend he's doing if you want to. Choose your own adventure, as we always do say. But then we're going to get down to the hands here. Oh, we're getting to the main event shortly. Don't you worry. But we do get a splayed out hand and a gripping hand. Of course, you do get a fist. Oh my gosh, Todd, a fist of fury. He's also got his wedding ring on. So ladies, sorry, he's a taken man. But we do get a fist of fury there. We do get the peace sign because Todd, Spawn's about love. Todd McFarlane, he's about peace. He's like a young Ringo Starr. Peace and love. Peace and love. That's what he's saying every single day. And, of course, no more autographs is what Ringo Starr says. But not you, Todd. You're still doling out the autographs. I just showed you one right here. We got the opposite splayed out hand in case you need it. And then we get something extra special right here. You do get his pen holding hand. And it looks like the pen is attached. I do prefer that. Nice little silver pen here. You can have him sign an autograph. You can have him giving it to a fan. Something like that. Whatever you want to do. So love, love, love those hands. But now, this is where business really picks up. This is the one that really broke the internet. Broke the action figure community, really worldwide. I think I was watching, I think it was CBS or maybe it was NBC. I was watching the news, you know, the nightly news they have there, and it was the lead story that night that Todd McFarlane releasing a 2-pack with original version of Spawn. It was a big deal. Of course, it was on the news. But what they really led with was the controversy of Todd including 2 bare feet. Yes, 2 bare feet for Todd McFarlane here. A wild power move. This is the defining power move right here. That Todd McFarlane, from the couch, of course, Todd, chime in, hold it for a sec. That Todd felt that, you know what? People really want bare feet with me. And of course, we know Todd, he loves his bare feet. He loves walking around bare feet. We know that. He's playing footsies with Mark Summers. He's wiggling his toes. He's doing peace signs and gang signs from time to time with his toes as well. So this is on brand. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people aren't aware of that Todd got a foot fetish if there ever was one. But shout out to Todd for really just going after it. Going all in and putting bare feet here. And of course, you got that toe articulation. Oh my gosh, it would make Todd McFarlane blush, but it's Todd's toes, so it doesn't make it blush. And Todd, I've seen your toes bend like this numerous times from the couch, dangling over the edge of the couch, just wiggling away in excitement. Absolutely power move. The definition of a power move right here. Todd McFarlane and his bare feet. Can't believe what I'm seeing. Can't believe it, but I love it, and I'm here for it. Shout out Todd McFarlane once again. Now, we do get his Comic-Con badge, I guess we'll call it there. He's got his little lanyard on there. He's ready for a grocer's meeting, a comic convention. You name it, he's got his lanyard. He's ready to rock and roll. Maybe even the little strut and stroll. Dare I say it, strutting and strolling, of course. Starting with the head here, he's got the Spawn cap on. He's got the cap. Wish the cap was removable. I want my Todd with just no cap on, but it is what it is. We'll take what we can get at this point. Todd got a little bit of a smile going on, looking good, looking friendly, looking like he's ready to party here. I like that little smile there, little coy smile. That's the look he gives me a lot when I look over to the couch. He's just sitting there like this. And I'm like, oh, what is he thinking? Who knows what I'm up for once the camera goes off. But looking good there. But definitely looks like Todd McFarlane. We see Todd all the time on his Instagram, things like that. We always just hunger for some of that information, and Todd gives it to us. And it's like this action figure could do that for us any day. Looking amazing right there. Now, let's run through the articulation. Let's get that over with. Of course, arms around. You got to have those butterfly shoulders for Todd. He might throw a pitch. He might play some hockey. You never know what he might be up to. Double jointed elbows, unfortunately not pinless. I think that would have been the ultimate power move to make pinless for the first time on your own figure. Didn't quite work out that way. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hula hoop at the top, traditional waist as well. Those big old McFarlane splits, oh my gosh, watch out for those. Leg goes up, double jointed knees looking beautiful. And then, of course, ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down, and the toe articulation. But let's be honest here. Will anybody display this with regular feet? No, no. They're going all in on the toes. You got to have the toes. He's got to be barefoot in your collection. If he's not, are you a real collector? Are you a real McFarlane fan? Do you even watch this channel? Come on now. So we got to have the bare feet, Todd McFarlane, no doubt about it there. But looking good. He's got his jeans on. He's got his Spawn t-shirt on. Very plain Jane. You could get an extra shirt to put over this. This would be great for customizers. If you want to customize something into this line, very easy to do with this one. Maybe grab a different head or do whatever you need to do. I don't know why you do that, because everybody needs Todd McFarlane front and center in their action figure collection, myself included. So I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but it's an option, and we all love options, of course. We all love options. He does got a watch, because I always say, what is time? And usually Todd tells me, well, the time is 2:30. I know, Todd, I'm just speaking. I'm speaking. But he does got a watch there in case you need to tell time, and it is in a white watch. So very interesting with old Todd. But man, has there been a better figure? Should we just close down the channel right now for 2024? Is anything going to top this action figure this year? I don't know. I might be joking. I might be kidding around, but dare I say, could be a McFarlane top 10 of the year. I'm pretty pumped up, pretty fired up. I wanted this in my collection, so I'm happy to have this. I think it is very, very cool. Of course, he should fit on a stand. I mean, it's Todd McFarlane. It's his stand. He better fit on it. And what do you know? He fits on it perfectly. It's just, I couldn't ask for a better figure. Really, at the end of the day, amazing figure. Worth the wait. It holds up to all the anticipation. Just a game changer of a figure. And then, of course, you grab the Kyle figure. And this is where the magic happens right here. Two buddies just ready to hit up San Diego Comic-Con. Just going to sit here and talk about a discount code. Or maybe just a retweet. Or maybe just an acknowledge of existence. Who knows? But man, shout out to Todd McFarlane, making my dreams come true right here. And now we can be together in action figure form and human form between us and the couch. Just an all-timer, great here. And then Spawn comes in and just really brings it all back home like a young Bob Dylan. Somebody just get Ultimate Warrior over here, get Boss Root, and get some of the other friends. Get Rio, and we can just have a party. Just be an all-nighter. Can only imagine how much fun it would be. Just an all-timer of a figure. So much fun. Definitely holds up to the anticipation. And like I said, I even got a second edition here. If I need to break this open, if I need to get this autograph out, I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. Shout out to Todd McFarlane. Shout out to Spawn. Shout out to McFarlane Toys. Love it. But what say you? Do you love this? Are you picking this up? Is this for you? Are you going to display him with bare feet? Man, do it for your old buddy Kyle. He's got to be in the bare feet. But let me know your thoughts on old Todd McFarlane and Spawn in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, including early access to both YouTube channels. Man, we're here for it all over there. Check out the Patreon. Support the channel. You can also support the channel, PrestonTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget, of course, social media, Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. And my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Check it out. Check out the book. Check out Todd McFarlane. So for Todd McFarlane on the couch and an extra quiet Mark Summers, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.